What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about a system and actually a little bit of a guide for you guys that most of you probably will never use and should never use. Now, what we're talking about is, we'll show you here in game, is the Soul Temple right here, the Soul Perfection system. This is where you can upgrade the stats on an existing hero with the goal to bring them up to the next rank. Again, just to put it out there, there is never a situation where it is cost effective take your B plus hero and turn it into an A minus. Never, never, never. However, there are cases taking a very, very high tier statted A plus hero and turn them into an S tier hero to give them that fourth stat spot, plus of course giving them access to more secondary stats as well. And that's what we're going to show you guys here today. So if you guys ever wondered what the Soul Perfection is like, we finally figured it out and we're going to do it right now. So essentially, it's been a long stumbling path to figure out exactly how many points we need and upgrading, but you'll notice here at the bottom it says Soul Perfection 6 more for full progress. So we need to do 6 more bonuses that will give stats in order to get our hero up. Now, in order to do that, there is a kind of math here. So it says when you're merging the same hero, of course you're merging your same hero, you're going to get the basic merging and of course the bonus merging added together plus an additional 10% if it's the same hero. And an easy way to show that to you is I have an A plus Shia. Now again, if your hero is A plus, if you want the max value, you need to put A plus and higher heroes into feed. You'll see it gives 10,000, and that is 2,000 plus 8,000. Nice and easy math. If we do that with an A plus Yorm Tum, you'll notice it does go up to 11,000. That is 2,000 plus 8,000, which is 10, plus a 10% bonus that gives you 1,100, which is cool. Now the last column here, it looks like the merging up is the amount of stats that they will be increasing with those ups. And essentially, this is what we need to do. We need to fix this hero's copy so that the average comes out to a certain number. I think it shows it right here. So you basically take your awakened tier equals the awakened attack plus the awakened HP plus the speed times 100, and then you divide all that by 3. And the goal here is to get, in our situation, up to 8,100 points in stats. And right now, if we do the math, actually let's do that live right now. So we have 8658 plus 7500 plus 7400 we'll go with, divide that by 3. Currently we're at 7,853 stat points, so we need about 250 points to get us there. So what we're going to do is we have our main Yorm Tum right here, which is our main highlight. We have the A plus Yorm Tum to feed in here, and we are now going to soul merge. It says the progress required for soul perfection has been reached. Only 50% of the exceeded amount will be reserved. So yes, we do want to do that. You'll notice the bar fills up quite a few times here, and now we actually upgraded into an SS attack roll, which is honestly one of the best things we could have had for an outcome. We actually got the most stats here, so we went up 192 here. I guess we were at 7451 and we went up about 250 points, and then over here we went up 246. That is a huge win that our attack got so many points. So now what we have is an A tier into another A tier. However, now if you do the math on these points, it does come out to be a proper amount. Now, what do we do in order? I want to take a screenshot of this as well. What do we do to take it from an A plus hero up to an S tier hero? Well, you'll notice this is different from taking an A minus or a B plus hero to an A minus. To do a B plus to an A minus, you need like 5 B tiers, 5 B plus and 5 A minus heroes. It is never worthwhile doing that. You can buy an A minus on the auction house for cheaper. However, if you can get a copy like I did with this A plus for about 20,000, it can be worthwhile because the S tier heroes of Yorm Tum and such have sometimes gone for as cheap as like 100,000. But again, I really like the roll on this one, which is the best part. And now what we have to do is any A minus heroes. It doesn't have to be Yorm Tum. It just so happened that they were the cheapest. We have a Rogan, we have a Xiao Ho, and of course we have a Xia. So once we have this all slotted in here, you're going to see me take a lot of screenshots because I want to make sure I have a lot of information here. What's going to happen now is 50% will be reserved. So we've exceeded 4884. So that's a lot of excess progress that I guess we probably didn't need, but we have anyway. So let's see what happens now when we do Soul Perfection. Confirm consuming materials, yes. So now what happens here is we get additional stats, but we're only getting 50% of what's remaining. So actually we almost got up to 9,000. That's really close, I feel like, to an SSS. But slight bump in speed, a little bump here. The biggest bump actually was the attack node, which is cool. Again, another screenshot. So yeah, we have taken our hero up, and now of course you can continue to do more. If you wanted to perfect this hero all the way up, it would take 27 more to take it to an SS copy. I mean, maybe down the line we can keep increasing the S tier, but no, that pretty much means we now have our first ever S tier hero on our account. And holy cow, the roll on it is pretty damn good. So I think before, I don't know if it re-rolled all the bonus stats. I feel like I already had precision, crit, giant killer. You know what? Let me take a look. That's interesting. I don't know if it just adds the fourth roll or completely re-rolls the copy. Either way, for an offensive hero, this is amazing. So I couldn't actually find a spot that had it, but yeah, that's a pretty good roll considering we almost have, I think, what is any 100 the stat line? Let me actually take a look real quick. I'm just gonna chuck you back in here. Actually, I don't need to. No, 9,300. So we're still a little ways away. We're not like super close. We're still actually closer to the bottom end of SS. So that's not gonna happen. In the future, we're gonna upgrade our Soul Gathering statue though. But what this now means is there's additional things we can swap for in the bonus stats. We have two of them that we really want, Giant Killer and Defier. However, if we can get a crit roll and a very high crit chance on this hero, there's something else that can be very, very good. And actually, is there a spot to look at them? There is. One of the newest ones is called Hunter's Focus. This is the one that I believe it's like if you have 50% or higher crit chance, you do additional 30% damage. So it's essentially Defier, but for the entire HP bar. So that might be something we do in the future. And again, I don't know if it just completely re-rolled our stats on this hero or if it just added a fourth one. I can't remember what we had previously. We are going to use some hammers on this hero too to see what we can get as far as stat lines go. But I am absolutely happy with the outcome of this. Now, neither of these are quite near S tier. Again, it's 8,100 points for the HP to get up to an S tier, and then this one is what, 81 speed, I guess then. So actually they're both about at the same point here, but the big thing is our attack roll went up to an SSS. For the time being, this is an amazing copy. Precision, crit, Giant Killer, Defier. That is amazing because it adds precision into our hero. It adds, we're basically gonna have like capped out precision almost, armor break, crit damage very, very easily on this hero. And as you guys can see, if we just swap over to this precision here, you can see the stats we have. And honestly, we can probably keep that wholly. Actually, you know what? We might need to go to a precision stone as well. Getting a precision stone would cap that out. Then we'd have the cap on precision, crit damage, armor break, and then we'd only lose a little bit of holy damage. 45% might be worth doing though. So I will consider getting that upgraded here on our own, but this is the finale of our hero, and that is the Soul Perfection system and how you upgrade them. However, please don't do it unless you're taking a very inexpensive A+ hero and turning it into an S tier. Again, the A+ has to be very close stat-wise to an S tier in order for this to even be this easy and affordable. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.